Scorpio, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today we're going to be probing into matters of the heart. Once a month, I look into what's going on in your heart chakra, your feelings for another person, their feelings for you. This is romantically inclined, but it can apply to any connection with someone that you deeply love. I've been getting readings where it's about parental issues, children issues, but primarily this is taking a look at your romantic life. So let's see what comes up, okay? First, we're going to start out with a Raise Your Vibration Oracle. This is going to pertain to how you can bring in more love into your heart frequency, right? Your heart chakra. I've been telling everyone this, and it's kind of like some advice, some friendly advice over here at Illuminated Tarot for heart chakra healing. And this is the work of Michael Singer, and I've been working with this myself. It's a deeply personal, where when it comes to keeping your heart open, a lot of us don't really understand what that means. It's hard, it's elusive, right? It's an elusive statement. Okay, yeah, well, how do you put that into practice? Well, his breakthrough moment and his awakening, he realized that he knew what it felt like to close his heart. And so I challenge you for the rest of the month, Scorpio, to try to keep your heart open by not closing. Now, that is putting it into action. So if you get nothing from this reading, try to do that. Now, and there are subtle and obvious ways where we shut our hearts down. We shut our hearts down when we fly off the handle over little things, waiting in line, traffic. We shut our heart down in big ways towards other people when we see the worst in them or we think negatively, or when we get defensive or reactive, when we don't feel like they're really hearing us. So I could go all down a rabbit hole into that arena, but I just feel that if we can do our best as a collective to show up in a space of not shutting down out of a need to protect, a fear of getting hurt, you can always lean into trusting in yourself and not closing. And it's a very, 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 it takes a lot of conscious awareness. Really, it does. It's not easy. So anyone who's on the path, I commend you. All right. That being said, thank you for being here today, for sharing this space with me. And thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Scorpio today. Let's see what's going on in your heart chakra. Then we're going to take a look at your feelings, their feelings, the heart chakra opening, and what you don't see coming in this connection and the mutual energies. What is the... Ooh, we're going to do... Oh, way too many. Way too many. Sorry, y'all. I didn't even read it. That was 4. I just need 1, Spirit. 1, please. There we go. I am a light in the world. Oof. And this is about lighting up your heart. You're taking this to a very high octave, Scorpio. Knowing that you are the light. It's about going out there and spreading love in every word, deed, and action you take. Knowing that underneath it all, when we operate from our heart chakras, when they're open, you can feel it, right? You can feel it when you go out in the world and someone is open or someone is closed. You can feel it immediately. And Spirit is saying, be the light. And they're also acknowledging that you are a light in the world. So if you feel like you're not, you got to change that belief. You are a beautiful light in the world, Scorpio. All right, let's go into your feelings towards this person on your mind. And then we'll get their feelings. All right, Spirit. Ooh, Hierophant. Spiritual lessons here. Ooh, the Sun. And the 6 of Pentacles. Ooh, that is yummy energy. Scorpio. All right. I think you've been learning the value of positivity. I mean, the spiritual lesson here is when you give, when there's mutual giving and receiving towards even yourself and your life, right? Giving of yourself from a place of warmth and joy. It's powerful. I feel like you're also feeling a lot of heart opening this month. The more you give to yourself and leaning into being a light. I mean, you see that? Light. Give to the light. And you could be, some of you, really opening up to a new phase. I just heard coming out of the darkness and seeing the light. All right. Ooh, their feelings. The Empress, the Seven of Swords, and the Six of Swords. Ooh, all right. You're all sunshine, rainbows, and puppies over here. And they're like, well, I really, really want to work on the growth in this connection. I want it to continue to evolve. They see you as an Empress. But they're going through some sort of transformation right now. There may have been a hit in the trust here. They're strategizing. Interesting. All right, what's your heart chakra energy? Temperance. We have a lot of Leo, Sag, and Libra energies here, so that might be Taurus as well. We have 4 major arcana so far. So this is a pretty big month between you and this person. I can't wait to clarify this Seven of Swords because I'm not sure what they're strategizing about and what they're trying to move away from. You know, in this deck, this is symbolic of someone shedding an old skin. So this person may have responded in the ways they nurture you from a place of fear or insecurity. You're overall starting to come back into a beautiful balance inside between you and spirit. I feel like your heart chakra is really like, it's like, I feel like it's the calm after the storm here. Not sure why. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck. Improved communication between, this is a soulmate bond, 6 of Cups. This is someone that you have a history with, okay? And it has gotten hard at times in the way you either searching for answers on how to deal with issues, or there's some sort of hardship around seeing eye to eye and communicating. But the mutual energy, what you don't see coming, is that there's going to be some sort of shift this month in the way this is fast moving energy. So I feel like overall, whatever has been heavy is lifting in this connection. I want to go straight into the Seven of Swords. Why are they carrying, you may see this person is a bit deceptive if they have acted, if their behavior and their words have not aligned. And take this as it resonates. Reverse the roles as you see fit for you cross watchers out there. I'm getting this. There's some cross watchers here. This person may have trust issues that they're trying to, you all have had power struggles. Yeah. There's been trust issues and power struggles here. They may show up in insecure ways, and you're still giving to this. I think your lesson here is to rise above anyone else's doubts or insecurities, especially if they're not warranted. If they are, that's different. But if they're not warranted, I feel like this person the power struggle has been difficult with this person. They're definitely showing me that when it comes down to their doubts, fears, insecurities, or their need to strategize, it's because there's been power dynamics at play. And overall, I think they're realizing that it's like both of you are realizing let's bring more positivity, more light and love into this connection, because it's broken down in the past, and that starts to create a wedge between two people and their ability to resolve an issue. So the first thing you got to see is first forgiving anyone's bad behavior in the past, especially if their intentions were good. I'm seeing this person is just struggling to feel fulfilled in this connection because there's been an off balance here. I want to get into what they're transforming. What's the Six of Swords? What are they transforming this month on their side? Queen of Cups, The Sun. Oh, wow. You mutually have the Sun energy. Wow. Page of Wands. Ooh, there's been a lot of growth in this. I think that they're coming out of maybe even trying to have more power. It's like when you respond to someone wanting control and power, it will lead to disappointment. It's almost like they're surrendering in a way that is going to take you by surprise. I think it's going to allow you to feel a little bit more generous because they're going to show up a little differently than they normally do this month. This person truly loves you. I mean, we have the Empress and the Queen of Cups, and you're almost like the center of their world. Seriously. They might be trying to bring in more playfulness. Let's lighten up the energy here, literally, with the Sun and the Page of Wands. I want to go into the Hierophant. Show me more about what this spiritual lesson is that you've been learning with this person. What is it you're learning this month here? All right. Emotional distress. All right, we're going to talk about this. We're going to do it. Queen of Wands, King of Pentacles, more balanced energy. 4 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. This person, I think they've caused a lot of grief and anxiety for you, Scorpio. I think you're going to hold on to this connection, but you're working through some past trauma from this person, okay? So you can come back into balance. I think the spiritual lesson here is trying to correct, just because you're feeling sadness and anxiety, it may or may not be derived from this person, but it's definitely made you pull away. And it's created this opportunity for you to come into better balance with yourself. And oftentimes you don't realize, whoa, I mean, everything does work out in the end for the better if you're willing to see it that way. And I think in the past, you may have gotten stuck in a negative loop because of this person showing up in ways that you couldn't trust. And it had a lot to do with them wanting more power and control in this, but they were undermining it by their behavior. I think you're moving through a phase of being deeply saddened by what this person has been putting you through. It's like they've been fighting you instead of letting things flow naturally. What's the 6 of Pentacles on your end? Is willing to be generous with them? The World. All right, you've been stuck. The World came out in reverse, so it's been hard for you to close out this chapter of getting mutual reciprocity. You've been very patient with this person. All right, 3 of Wands to the Chariot with the World in reverse. So, Scorpio, I see here that you have someone that I feel like you're giving someone another opportunity to change, to transform. You haven't been able, it's like they haven't been learning the lesson, and nor have you. It's like the way they continue to respond, a knee-jerk response. And a lot of it has to do with trust and respect. And I think that you've made your feelings known to them. And I think that you're moving towards a phase of greater happiness here. But it's time to close out a cycle where things come back into balance, because you are getting balance here in your heart. Judgment, Magician, and the Lovers. Wow. This is big month. You may be going through a turning point in a connection that has gone through a lot of stress, anxiety, distrust, power struggles, disappointment. Someone has been carrying more of a doomsday viewpoint of you and you them. I think it started on their end. Reverse the roles if that doesn't apply to you. But this person overall really wants, it's almost like they're not personally fulfilled in themselves. And they're going through a struggle that you've had to carry a little bit more of that energy of uplifting this person, caring for this person. And I think you're going to be seeing a lot of new growth. You can see the new growth on the wands here. And you've been waiting and waiting and waiting. And I think that you're now moving past having a cycle not closing. Almost it's been expired, right? The opportunity for them to really show up in a healthy way has reached its expiration date. And I think you're going to see a bit of a turnaround this month, but they're going to surprise you with an outpouring of emotion. They could even be saying, you know what, I don't need this anymore. I'm closing down. I'm shutting off. And then they're going to have this sudden realization. It's almost like someone's got to like almost leave to awaken to how much you mean to them. All right, let's get the temperance with your heart chakra. Let's get the temperance with your heart chakra. Yeah, you're letting go of a lot of emotions in your heart right now and feeling trapped in a situation. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. You know, things are changing for the better. A lot of changes are happening this month in July. It's going to take you by surprise because you have the Sun here with the Lovers, the Magician, the Judgment. You're making an important judgment call. You've been manifesting. There's been a relationship on the line here for a while. And I think you've been back and forth. But I think overall that at least for the month ahead, you're going to be dropping the burden and really working on, there's going to be answers coming in. There could be new opportunities coming in that are like a relief valve that help the situation. But I think that you've been trapped in a lot of resentment, Scorpio. And I think this month you're going to start unpacking that and releasing that so you can come back into balance and you can be working hand in hand with spirit and at least forgiving this person and learning to trust the situation. This dropping of burdens. Ooh, some of you have a Tower ahead. You know, and a Tower gets forced when people don't learn their lessons. I feel like this person is fighting against you at times when all they got to do is surrender and nurture the connection. But there's something going, it's almost like they're having a battle within themselves. They are transforming and they do love you very much. But this Tower, what's underneath this Tower? Healing. Healing and hurt. Healing the hurt. It's like too much hurt has gone on between the two of you. Let's get some clarification on this Eight of Wands. I think you two are going to really start being real with each other and really speaking the truth about what you're both feeling. And that might be the problem. You're not talking about what's been going on inside both of you. Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, King of Swords. Yeah. I think you're going to get some apologies. And it's going to open your heart. Trust your intuition, okay? We have the High Priestess, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. You may be going toward a new chapter with this person that you didn't expect, where you're willing to release the emotional resentments of the past. You are freeing yourself this month, Scorpio, and it doesn't mean you're going to be letting this person go, but you may be moving past a cycle that you know has needed to come to an end so you can move forward. This person is deeply apologetic for what they've put you through. I feel like they've been going through something here. Because you're kind of like, you're disappointed. You've had a lot of anxiety. You've been holding on to this connection, but as this has progressed, you've actually come into a greater balance inside of you with what you're handling. But you're making a big judgment call around this connection and at least saying, you know what, I'm willing to give to this, but I've been patient with this process and you got to transform, or you know what I mean? And we got to talk about these things, about what we're going to do. I feel like you're having an important conversation. And I think they're going to open their heart to you, and I think it's going to soften you, and it's at least going to allow you to release. I feel like you've had some resentments. I feel it, Scorpio. There's been some resentments here, you know, knowing that you are a light in the world. I think that And you both have the Sun. It's like you've had some really good times together. Let's get some advice from Spirit here. Let's get some advice. Where are we at? 2012. I want to look that number up. Yeah, Hangman. Queen of Cups. Things have gotten a bit stagnant in this connection, in this, in feeling the love, right? Nurturing this. It hasn't been nurtured in the way that makes it thrive. Oh, wow. 6 of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune, the Temperance. Yeah. Against all odds. I feel that way. It's like against all odds. You are going to have your victory this month when it comes to this connection, because you're going to see some changes that bring this situation back into a healthy balance. I think that you've been patient, and I think you're going to see that in time, anything is possible. Overall, your advice here is to try not to stress about what has gone on in the past and perpetuate a cycle of negativity, either one of you. Be the light. Don't close the heart, all right? You will rise above these challenges, and you will overcome them together. I'm getting that. Okay, let's get a Lover's Oracle message to close this out. What is the Lover's Oracle message for Scorpio? Woo! Oh, look at that. Look at that heart chakra lighting up like light. Wow. Okay. You're going to be mysterious, universe. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. All right. Rather mysterious, Spirit. But it's one of those situations where I think you're gonna at least open up to each other in a really vulnerable and soft and tender way. There's a lot of heart opening I'm seeing, and a lot of important decisions that need to be made around putting the love first in this connection, okay? All right, I hope this message helped. I'll see you soon for the mid-monthly. I'm turning around and doing that. I had a little bit of a break. I took like 4 days off from the channel, which I don't think I've done since I started it about 10 months ago now. I started this channel, and I've just been, go. And my daughter was leaving the country for 2 weeks to the UK for the first time as a 12-year-old. I co-parent, so it was like a lot for me to see her off and getting her all ready to go. And I just pulled away from work and wanted to just spend as much time with her as possible before she left. So I appreciate you being patient with me. Now I'm doubling down while she's gone. So only time will tell. All right. Keep your heart open, Scorpio. Right? Which means not closing. All right. Take care.